What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys had a great weekend. It was July 4th weekend, and I know a lot of black people now, they're no longer celebrating 4th of July, and they're calling it the National Black Cookout Day. So hopefully you had a great National Black Cookout Day, because if you drove around Philly, that's all you saw were people setting up for the cookouts. They had their tables out there. I mean, people.
Black people gonna cook out.
Yes, especially on a day like that, and it was hot as shit.
Especially in Philly.
We're in the middle of a heat wave. It's been 90-degree weather, so I just been staying in the house because it's been hot as hell out there. You go outside for like 1 second and like you're done. That's
what I've been, and my air conditioner has been doing its thing.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's been hot. But the good thing is when I get off of work early in the morning, it's not that hot. Well, it's not hot at all. It's like a cool. But once I get up in the afternoon, after going home and going to sleep and get up, it's like a whole nother planet.
Right. It's just hot as hell out there. So please make sure everyone, you start this video off by clicking that thumbs up button, which is the like button. Please share this video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, text message if you're watching on your phone. Thank you to everyone who liked the videos last week. I know we didn't get 2,000, but I'm going to try for 2,000 likes again. And if you think we care, I don't mean to say if you think we care, but if you care to share, that's what I meant to say. If you care to share, let us know what you did on the 4th of July. What did you do? Did you celebrate? Did you stay home? Did you get mad that the kids were playing with fireworks all night long? I mean, they've been playing with fireworks for a whole month now. Yeah. Okay. Setting them all 2, 3, 4, 5.
You know what it is? I've discovered that it's these government checks that people are spending their money on fireworks.
Right. Everybody had a firework, and I mean
everybody.
If you live like in Johnson Home area, that's like 25th and Bridge. Whoever they were, they had the best fireworks that I've seen. They were like professional fireworks that you look down over the art museum and watch go in the sky.
Those are the kind of fireworks I like.
Right.
Those are fireworks. I don't like those just to make noise.
Yeah, they just go pop. Right. Like, come on, like I need something better than that. And Jeremy was the one buying those stupid, loud.
Your nephew.
Yeah, like it's like you're in the middle of a war zone. It's like they were that loud. Charles was getting upset. Sam was getting upset. You know, I didn't see nobody else come outside and say anything. But, you know, everybody was just, you know, lighting their fireworks off. I just think that they're a waste of money, though. You know, you just spending your money to see something go boom. Now, unless it's a group effort.
And let me tell you something. If you want to spend your money to see something go boom,
there's a lot of things you can spend your money on.
All you have to do is DM me.
How much you charge them?
Depends on what you want.
Check or
depends on what you want.
Oh, it all depends on what you want.
Yeah. But let's best believe it's gonna go boom.
It's gonna cost you.
It's gonna cost you.
So
bills still have to be paid.
So we were invited to go to the Met. Normally in Philadelphia, I got to give y'all a disclaimer. Normally in Philadelphia, we have a huge 4th of July celebration. They closed down the Ben Franklin Parkway, and they have nothing but vendors. And near the art museum, you have the stage where people perform, and they always get big guests to perform, or you know, to like celebrate.
Nicki Minaj has performed one year.
Nicki Minaj, Jennifer Hudson, Boyz II Men, Lauryn Hill. I mean, if you name them, they've done been on that stage in Philly. And it got so big to one point where VH1 was like, hey, we can air y'all. Like, let's show y'all what Philly do. And the Roots had took over as the band or whatever.
I don't think people realize that the reason why it's such a big thing here in Philly is because this is the birthplace of the United States. And where the Declaration of Independence was signed.
Right. And this has been a tradition for over 30 years. It's been huge. And most people, you know, everybody has a good time. You rarely hear anything crazy that happens down there, and over 500,000 people come to see the fireworks.
You know, maybe about 3 or 4 years ago was my first time here in Philly.
Going down there?
For July 4th. Because you know, every year my family goes to Wildwood.
Right, right.
So I'm never in Philly.
Yeah.
And as an adult, the first time I didn't go, and I was just like, oh, this is what y'all do on July 4th. Because I never knew.
It's a lot of action that goes on down there.
Right.
It's a lot of action. But it's fun, especially if it's a weekend. Because you can go, during the time, you can go right to the club afterwards and just enjoy yourself. But now, you know, we're in different times. But anyway, we were invited to go to the Met. And that's where they had their 4th of July celebration. It was a closed set. And Philadelphia, the Wild Wild Welcome America had Cynthia Erivo and Jason Derulo performing at the Met. It was about 50 seats on the floor, but no one was sitting in them. And Mikkel and I, we were invited by Cynthia's team to watch her perform. And, you know, at first I was like, now look, it's the 4th of July. I know I'm going to be drinking, I'm going to be all of this stuff. I don't know if I can go. Then I was like, you know what, let's go. I ain't doing nothing, let's go. So we went, and we were blown away for a whole hour. We just sat there and watched her perform with her team.
Now, sorry to cut you off, but we got it, because I had to explain this to my aunt. Because, you know, I had posted on Facebook for everybody who was at home to watch. So my aunt, of course, she's on Facebook, and she's an older woman. But she, you know, and so she watched. She listened to her nephew, and she watched. And she said she loved it. She loved Cynthia, and she loved Jason. But I have to be, but she thought that it was a packed house.
Right.
Even though you didn't hear anybody, but she thought that it was because it was inside of the Met, which is a concert venue. She thought that it was an audience and everything, and I explained to her. I said, no, there was no audience. The only people that were there were Cynthia, her band, Kevin and myself, and the team. Oh, and the camera people, because it was broadcast live on NBC 10 here in Philadelphia. But other than that, it was nobody else there. So Cynthia was just performing to the cameras that were floating around as she was singing, which made it even more intimate, because it felt like she was singing to, well, me personally. And I got to tell her that, but I'll let Kevin finish.
Yeah, listen, I just enjoyed that. I wasn't sure what it would be like, because I was like, do I have to sit through Jason Derulo? And I don't want to say thank God I didn't, because when I came home I did watch him. And let me tell you.
What? You were sleeping?
Yes. Don't do nasty stuff. But anyway, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't really know all his songs.
Didn't he chip his tooth recently?
I
By
don't
doing
know.
a stupid thing?
He's like a TikTok star.
Yeah, he did. He chipped
he's
his tooth for something he did with his tooth. That was stupid.
He got better things. No,
But he got money, so he got it fixed real fast.
Yeah, but when I came home and I watched him, I was like, yes, okay.
I just told you. That's what my aunt said.
Yeah.
My aunt said he did a
I
great
mean,
job.
it was booty
But you know,
everywhere.
we left before he performed.
Yeah.
So we didn't see. I mean, we could have stayed, but we chose to leave. So
I'm just glad he didn't open up, because I had more time to, like, you know, be with my family and stuff.
Right.
And the Met is only like 5 minutes away from my house, so that was, you know, that was easy to get to. But Cynthia, let me tell y'all something. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably never paid attention to her, and y'all know y'all like, she's the Broadway star, and now she's been in a couple of movies. Most recently, Harriet, where she was nominated for 2 Oscars, one for acting and one for Best Original Song. You know, some of y'all probably haven't listened to her yet, but I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm going to put the link inside the More Info box, and I want y'all to click the link, and I want y'all to watch her perform if you have nothing to do. Now, I'm going to give you a disclaimer. The internet and the television doesn't do her voice justice at all. I was just sitting there blown away. Now, this is the type of singing that I love. And this one be like, all these baby singers, y'all can go sit the fuck down. Because, I mean, she got up there and sang her jazz standards. And gave you some Aretha Franklin. And just did the damn gospel. And did the damn thing.
So afterwards, she called Kevin and I on FaceTime. And we got to, you know, talk to her. And I told her, I said, listen, I got to be honest with you. Did I not?
Right.
I told her, I said, I gotta be honest with you.
He said, I ain't never paid you.
I never paid you no mind. I said, I never paid you no mind. But you made a believer out of me tonight. And sometimes you have to do that with people,
Right.
like me. You got to be able to shut them up and say, see, I can show you better. First of all, when Kevin and I walked into the Met, she was already singing.
Right.
But she was doing some stuff, I guess, yeah, just like a rehearsal, yeah, like a pre-tape performance that she did before they went live. She did a pre-tape performance, and I was just like, wow. But then when the show actually started, and she started going through these songs, it was like, wait a minute. The voice was so smooth and it was so clear. And she was hitting all the right notes. All the right notes she was hitting. And for years, y'all know, if you've been watching the Scorpion Show for years, you know how I feel about singers. You know I love singers. And I love that she proved me, hey, Raquel, look, I can do it too. Put me in that category. And guess what? She was at it in that category. I loved her voice. I love the songs that she sang. And I love that it was like certain songs were, it was like you said, jazzed up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because it's like everybody can't do be a Jennifer Hudson or, you know what I mean? But she jazzed it up and it was so perfect. It was so smooth. And at one point I had tears in my eyes when she was singing Precious Lord. It was really just giving me goosebumps. And when I talked to my aunt about it, my aunt said, you know, I really love Precious Lord. I said, oh my God, me too. I loved it too. But it was an amazing performance, and I think that, you know, she's going to have a long career in this business. I really do, because, you know, she's an actress and a singer. You know what I mean? And she's not just. I feel like she's not just an actress that can sing. She's a singer that can act.
Right.
You know, she can sing her ass off.
Yeah, she done came all the way over from England over here and just started doing the damn thing. Yep. It was beautiful.
It was.
And all I could do was just smile because, again, the clarity of her voice.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like it was just effortless. Like, bitch, I could just do this note. I could change her. She changed her voice up. I believe it was on Summertime. I was like, okay, she's doing something like totally different. Like, it's like it was deeper.
The first song she sang, I don't remember the first song she sang, but I went to YouTube to go see it, and it was towards the end of that first song. The band went into a lift every voice and sang.
Right.
And I wish because a lot of the songs performances I actually recorded on my phone, and I just think I love it better. Listen, because we were there. You know, I went to go watch the actual live footage of it, and I loved it. But I'm just like, I was there, so you know. But I wish I would have gotten that performance, recorded that, because I thought that was so brilliant how they segue into Lift Every Voice and Sang. And I wish she would have actually sung the song, but she didn't. But it's all right.
She sang.
What song was it that they did that?
Shit, you just fucked my
I don't want to play it because I know.
No. That would be fine if you played the song, because it's not copyrighted. It's just NBC 10. It's a black song. I know that for sure. I just can't remember the. Oh my God! It's making me mad.
Right.
You hurry up and find it.
Well, this is a video. Right?
Yeah, but just fast forward to it.
Well,
it's definitely a song you know.
Right.
Yes, change gonna come. That was it. Yeah, that's the opening.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the opening. Yeah. I'm getting mad because I know we all know the song.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then towards the end of that performance, the band segue into Lift Every Voice. I thought that was so decent.
Yes. I just want to thank Cynthia, her team, and listen. Whenever you go back on Broadway, we are there.
Yes.
You know, we are.
Ooh, not only are we there, but yes, we're there. We're there. Yep.
Yes. So please check out her performance, and let us know what you think, and put in the comments that we sent you up there. But yeah, shout out to Cynthia. Thank you. And it was a good distraction because my sister was really getting on my nerves that day. Like really, really getting on my nerves that day.
I mean, when did she not get
it's the 4th. It's like, damn, can I live? So on Friday, oh yeah, I gotta tell y'all something that I forgot to say in the beginning is that we have Scorpion Show masks, mugs, bags, shirts. It's available at the Scorpion Show store You might see it down in the little advertisement section down below where it shows you what we have in our store. Check it out, or you could click the link inside the more info box or in the comment section and go get you a mask or whatever merchandise you want to get. And I want to say thank you to those who have purchased their merchandise. And even I bought some stuff for us, like phone cases and the mask and the mug.
You said for us, you bought something for me too?
Yes.
How do you know what kind of size phone I got?
You have the iPhone 11, don't you?
No.
Oh shit. Well, you know what? I tried.
You did. It would have been nice if you asked me first.
Maybe we'll do a giveaway for
I'm right. I don't have an 11. I have the 10 XS Max.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
that's all right.
I'll do a giveaway for whoever has an iPhone 11. You can get a Scorpion Showcase. And yeah, so please go to the store and purchase some merchandise. And thank you to those who purchased over the weekend. Like, y'all really showed out, and I thank you guys so much for that. And the Scorpion Show podcast, we put up a new podcast. We talked about Jada and Will, not Jada and Will, Jada and August Alsina. And y'all
gotta go check that out.
Yeah, check that out.
Go check it out.
And we also talked with former YouTuber Joe Work, who is still out here grinding and doing his thing. And you know, I posted his video on my Instagram, and you know what everybody said. Oh my God, he gained so much weight. And I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. I like it. Like,
listen,
and
we all gain weight.
Yeah,
I gain weight.
I definitely gain and lose and gain and lose.
Right.
You know,
we ain't kids no more.
No, but he's still out there doing it. And I support Joe, so make sure y'all go check out his album Blackwater. And I told him on the podcast, this shit is really good, and I was surprised because, you know, this ain't the Joe Work from back in the day.
From 10 years ago.
Yeah, that fucked up one time. I mean, big time. And it was like, it went kind of viral a little bit. Before it was like viral, but everybody was talking about it on YouTube, and it was like, girl. But he really took his time, and he made a great EP. It's called Blackwater. And you can go to our latest podcast called August, Alsina, and Jada, and listen to it. It's a great interview, and we give our thoughts on Jada and August. And Jada said that she's bringing herself to the red table.
Herself?
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that means. It's just gonna be
who's gonna interview her?
Her mother?
Is she gonna talk and then switch seats to answer, and switch seats to ask a question and switch seats? Like, how's that gonna work?
I have no idea.
Why not bring yourself in August?
I don't think she's ready for that. I don't,
because now it's starting to look like to me that, and maybe I need to really fully watch his interview, because I was under the impression that everything was still cool with him, even though you know, this whole thing blew up. It now seems like after her and Will responded to this by saying that it wasn't true, it now seems like, well, y'all not really in communication with each other anymore. So I'm thinking like, now this is becoming messy.
I really think that he wasn't supposed to fall in love, and he fell in love, and he couldn't have her, and that's what caused what's going on right now for him. But he was talking about how he never experienced this type of love that he shared with her, and this was. To me, I keep saying the word platonic because he keeps saying that it wasn't romantic, but okay, but it had to be platonic, and you were good friends, but I think you were ready to go to the next level. And then Dennis, I mean, you know, we have our little group text, and Dennis like, yeah, because look at these pictures and picture. I'm like, Dennis, okay, bitch, I get the fucking point. I shared like 10 pictures. It's like, how many pictures you got to share? Then don't get mad because I said that. But yeah. They're like, no, because I'm just proving the point. I said, okay.
Still point the fucking...
Yes, I mean, but they did look like it was, I mean, it was lovey-dovey. And then Queen Latifah was looking in the background like, bitch, what's going on here? You know? And like, you don't be close like that with people that's not your man. But it's not your husband. And then I'm hearing stuff, you know, we all know that there's been a rumor about Will and Jada and them having an open relationship. And to me, I don't care. I mean, if they invited me, okay. But I'm just saying, you know.
You will in August?
August? He seems like he would probably choke the shit out you or something like.
Well, you said you were into that type of domination.
No. I mean, not with him, because he probably would go too fucking far. And knowing him and what he said in them videos, I know that smoking section was not beating him. But he was like,
I mean, there is a
that big yeah. I mean, so, but the way he was talking, he's like, yeah, because you know how upset I get real upset. And he was talking about his anger issues.
So like, you feel like he would take both his hands and wrap around your turkey neck?
I mean, my turkey neck? No, that's a beautiful neck, bitch. Don't try this.
Why wouldn't you want him to choke you up? That'd probably be fun.
Now, there's only certain things I would probably let you do. But all that slapping my face and all that, you know, some people like that. That shit ain't cute to me. But anyway,
I'm starting.
You might like that. I think
I'm starting to.
So you can get slapped because your beard is going to protect some of your face. Most of your face.
People say, no, you don't know.
This man is nasty. That job is nasty. That was real nasty. Happy 4th of July to men. Okay. You already know. Let me tell y'all, because all right, this is the only thing I'm gonna share. I feel like I'm on a podcast. Sexual healing is a real thing.
Trust me, I know.
It is a real.
Trust me,
thing.
I fucking know. Wait, keep talking.
That's all I'm gonna say. Bitch, you about to go back?
Damn, I don't know what.
Listen,
I think it's.
I don't know what's going on these days, but I'm kind of I'm like, okay, you know, it's been fun. You know, I gotta chill though. I gotta chill out a little bit. But sexual healing is definitely a real thing.
Yes,
and you gotta be careful with that thing. But I had me some fun. I know you talking about you was joking. I know you was serious. I'm not showing you.
No.
You don't went that far?
I did. And felt it. No. Keep talking.
You might gonna pull out while I'm talking. Yeah, but anyway, I think that Jada.
Oh,
that's not Malcolm Jenkins' child. Oh, what's she doing in Philly? I shouldn't have misgendered him. I'm sorry, but I'm enjoying this. Yeah, I think that August fell in love with Jada, and now he's probably upset that it didn't go where he wanted to go. And I did read somewhere that Will Smith and Jada, they were informed before the interview came out that he spoke about them. Whatever the case may be, just own up to it. You know, if that's what y'all do, that's what y'all do. That's y'all relationship. It's been working for over 22, 23 years. And if y'all take breaks, y'all take breaks. Do what the fuck y'all do, make it work. And I know, we haven't even talked about Monique and Sydney and their the open relationship, but some people have those open relationships, and if they want to invite other people in, that's their business. We don't pay their bills, and one thing Candy said, if I wanted to take care of everybody up here, I could,
Yeah.
Letting them know, like, bitch, I could take care of anybody I want to take care of. You mind your business. And I think that's what we should do. We should mind our business. But August did make it our business when he put it out there.
He did.
So now everybody's going.
Even though I still am I'm still on that. I don't believe that they slept together. I still don't believe that they have. I still don't believe it, but because now it's like, ooh, this is
well,
getting
maybe he
interesting.
wanted to get there,
right? Because this is getting interesting. He says something and they say no, so it's like,
right? He's like, I never gave him permission. But damn, he didn't say like permission to have sex.
But
he said permission to get to know her on a.
But see, everybody's making it seem like he's saying. But that's why
they're not listening to what was said.
Exactly, Kevin. That's what I was.
Yeah, he never said that they
gave me permission. Right, he never said that. But because he said that Will gave him permission, people took that line and ran and said, "Oh, Will gave him permission to sleep with his wife." And I'm like, well, maybe I know I didn't watch it, but I was listening when somebody was watching it, and I don't remember him saying that.
Right.
But what do I know?
I still want to know what was up with the creepy music or playing in the background and stuff. Like, excuse me. It was kind of like weird. They're like,
what the hell is that? That you set your phone on? What was
weather
that?
tech? The things you, I guess, you keep in your car.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah. So yesterday. I'm glad that I went on Instagram and I seen Patrick Ian Polk's Instagram page. Patrick Ian Polk is a black gay director who created Noah's Ark, and 15 years ago it premiered on the Logo Network, and it was one of their top shows. And it was I'm getting chills talking about this. It was a show that I watched, and at that time when it came out, I wasn't living here, but it was a gay black show, and it was something different because you didn't see that, because at that time you had Queer as Folk, and you always had these white gay shows, but you never had a black gay show. And with Noah, Alex, Ricky, and Chance, I got to know them for a couple of years, and through 2 movies. And I just loved their friendship. I loved their stories. I just loved all of the stuff that went on with them. And I always wanted that show to come back. And during this time, I hope that the outcome is a big, like a show, either on Netflix or Amazon, a TV network.
Are they talking about coming back?
Well, last night they had a reunion. And it was a pandemic. It was called Noah's Ark Rona Chronicles. And, they were all talking to each other through the screen. It was an entertaining hour. Because it was 45 minutes, but they gave you like 45 minutes of a catch-up. Like, if you never watched it, they let you see what went on the show during the years that they were on it, and then they gave you the movies or whatever. I think it was 2 movies. If it wasn't 2 movies, I think it was 2. I think it was 2 movies. Or I'm thinking about another movie that Patrick did. But anyway, it was like basically a Corona episode, and everybody was talking about what was going on with them. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody if you didn't watch, but the nostalgia, just watching it. I'm so happy that Patrick did it, and the guys that were on the show, that they all came back to the show, and it was just really good to see. I'm happy that we get to see ourselves represented, because I don't know why I'm so emotional, but we don't really get to see ourselves on camera or on TV shows. Not unless we're all just like playing certain characters. But on this show, you got every type of character, and you can identify with who is who and what in your life, or who they remind you of. And it was just so good to just sit there for an hour and watch with 5,000 people. Like, it was.
They had it on live?
It was on YouTube. They aired on YouTube. And everybody watched it together, and commenting and all that stuff. And as the last time I seen it earlier today, it was like at 50,000 views. So the demand for the show is definitely there. And I watched it again this morning because I just wanted to watch it again. And I'm hoping that there are more of these episodes, because we definitely need them. And it would show that Patrick, if he sees this, that he still has staying power, and that he can keep these characters going, because this is what we want. And he had the support of the gay community. T.S. Madison, Flame Monroe, Lena Waithe did an opening before the show came on. He had people like M.J. Harris in there. Now, I don't really like him. I think he's a phony, and I hate that I'm saying this on camera, but I have to tell you all the truth, because he just seemed like a big phony.
M.J. Harris?
Yeah, or Malcolm Harris, whatever. He's just like a phony. Anyway, but I'm happy for his success, but he just seemed like a phony.
Where is he from? Where is he from?
I believe he's from D.C. He be like, hey girl, get in. I know you've seen him. He be like, hey girl, get in.
The name doesn't sound familiar. That's what I'm saying. Let me look at
Child, she drains me. But yeah.
Are you sure it's I
think it is M.J. Harris.
Would they come up on Google? Oh, which one?
Yeah. That's him right there.
It's 2 people
but that's him right there at the top.
There's 2 people in that video. So
yeah, but that's the bald headed one.
Right.
I'm like,
there's 2 people in the video.
I'm like, this is video. He drains the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I know exactly. What was that whole thing with him and the guy? Was that a skit?
Child, it
That
looked
they
like
supposedly.
it looked like it. I'm like, girl. I better stop being so honest. It don't even matter.
I don't know.
It don't even matter. Yeah. But anyway, it was his little role was cute on the show. I mean, oh my God, they had you guys with their ass out. This is like
on this
right,
reunion.
yeah, because Ricky is like one of the sex hoes on the show. No, but he's don't do me like that.
You just sat here and said how you wanted August Alsina and Barack Obama to choke you up.
I know, bitch. No.
Oh, Will Smith.
Who? I would never do Michelle like that.
But you do Jada like that, huh?
Jada would let me. She would give me permission.
She just told August I didn't do nothing with you.
Well, they can lie. I signed an NDA. You got the listen.
What if Barack made you sign an NDA?
No, first of all, no. I would never do Michelle like that.
Oh, it's about Michelle now, huh? Okay. Okay, yeah, let it out. Okay.
Anyway,
Would you do Melania like that?
Please, girl, please go to Patrick Ian Polk's YouTube page and watch Noah's Ark, the reunion, the Rona Chronicles. Well, if it's called Rona Chronicles, I'm hoping that it's more. Child, she was on there. Her wig, and stands.
Why is he yes?
Like, why is he?
Because he's
trying to make the teleprompter.
But they had a problem with Barack Obama reading it.
Yeah, she gets some of there. Just so divisive. Please register to vote, y'all. Please. Please, if you're not registered, register. And if you haven't voted in a long time, make sure that you are registered still. And that you're not on the purge list. But yeah, Patrick Ian Polk's Noah's Ark, Rona Chronicles is on Instagram. And I love that they show love to Janet. You know, she got the little intro song. I know people didn't know that song. If you didn't buy Unbreakable, you wouldn't know that song. But it was like a tribute to Jackson 5 with that song. But it's the intro to this to the new Noah's Ark. I wish they had the original song, but hey, I was happy that they had Janet. It was so much nostalgia, even with the music. Because if you know Patrick Ian Polk's work, to hear the different music from the different shows and add it into this one, it was just good. Bitch, watch it. If you never watched Noah's Ark, I'm sure it's all on YouTube. Just watch it and enjoy yourself. Yeah. So, The Shy. Now, we didn't get a chance to talk about last week's episode because this one didn't watch it. But
what?
The Shy, you didn't get a chance to watch it
last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did eventually watch it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to go all delve into last week's, but Keisha is still missing.
See, I never knew Keisha was this wild.
Right. But I was telling Mikkel, we was all wild. We all did some things back in the day that your parents would not be happy with. That's why I be on my nieces. But then I get told.
Oh my God, I'm about to say that's why I be on my knees. That's what I thought you said. That's what you just said. That's why I be.
No, both of them. And
wait, what?
So that's why I be on my
nieces. Oh, I thought you said that's why I be on my knees.
You make me another drink. On my knees.
That's what I thought you said. You know, I'm a slight bit.
You hear all kinds of weird shit.
I'm a little hard of hearing, so you gotta forgive me.
I know you told me you was on your knees this weekend, but damn.
I didn't tell you nothing like that.
Oh,
I told you I was
record.
I told you I was on. Oh.
You was just showing me the video. I ain't saying nothing.
What video?
In the phone.
Of who?
Oh, see, I ain't.
Bitch, I ain't seen no video of me. You know I don't record stuff like that. Not of me.
Anyway, wait. Yeah,
You see somebody out there like me, it's an impersonator. It's not me. That guy wrote me and said, I saw you on Christian Mingle. I said, you didn't see me on no Christian Mingle. I better not do what with my beard?
be on video with that beard.
No.
They're going to know.
God. Speaking of beards.
That is Mattel. Oh my God. Anyway. That's you. Don't let that go to iCloud. You put in that work, huh? That's right there. I didn't know it in my videos. Oh my God.
Don't. Trust me. I don't want to see that personal video. Trust me, I don't want to see. I don't want to see nothing. What'd you say?
I can't look at that beard and say. I'm gonna be checking that. It just aggravates me. That extra sheen. What is that?
People say, "Oh, your beard is flourishing." I know.
I told y'all it helps.
You're right.
Wait, what was some?
Because it's the protein.
This swallow child. That's all.
I said, did you already just say, yeah, bitch.
What?
I know I didn't
It's never been tasteless to me.
No, we're joking now. All right, what are we talking about?
So y'all,
The shot.
I be on my knees, but then they say, well, how many kids you got? And I be
Yeah, I
like,
always tell you how many kids you got.
because I've been there. 16, at war,
In and out of houses.
in, out of houses, and out of my house. I mean, we all did some sneaky things. Your parents ain't home. Oh, come on over, child. Blah, 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 blah. Get that, and go ahead about your business. So, but yeah, they got their Finsters now. They got different Instagrams.
And I didn't even know anything about Finster, and I'm watching this show,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm like, well, is this a real app?
No, it's just a fake Instagram.
No, but I'm saying I didn't know it was real.
Yeah.
I thought, is this something that they just made up on the shy, or is this really real?
No. Because people got fake Twitters. I mean, not fake Twitters, but they got their second Twitters.
But I'm
they
trying
got
to figure
their-
out, why even make a fake Instagram? So you mean I've been doing this wrong the whole time? I should have had a Finster?
Bitch, I was thinking about doing my own. So let me stop. No, Twitter. No, Twitter. Because Twitter, I like Twitter because sometimes I like the nasty side of Twitter, but I don't like seeing that on my regular timeline because I'm like,
if you scroll,
I could be
you see-
anywhere. I could be in the barbershop. I could be on the bus. I could be outside.
That's
and
why I
gotta
turn
see
my
somebody
brightness on my phone
thing
down.
on their mouth.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And y'all just be retweeting.
I be sitting in church.
Yeah. And somebody looking at your phone. Oh my God, what you looking at?
and you sitting there looking stupid. All right, let me go. All right, let me go. I'll see y'all next Sunday. Because now you went bad.
So Keisha's moms and stuff, they was approached by Coogie. That wasn't Coogie. With the
young lady,
the person that killed Coogie, she got a baby by Ronnie, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
But
Ronnie's
her
baby
son
mom-
also got killed too. Remember, her son got killed in that alley, which was Ronnie's son.
Right.
Remember?
In the first.
That's
in the
why
first
she's.
season.
That's why she has this organization.
Right.
Because her son was killed too, but her son was killed.
That's why Ronnie, because Ronnie was looking for his killer.
He was looking for his son's killer, thinking
He
that
think he
Coogie
gonna
was
get
the
back-
one. Yes,
and think he was going to get back with her finding the killer.
finding the killer. And she said,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, what you did?
We ain't see her in a minute on this show. So she came back and she was talking to Kevin's mom and Kevin and Keisha's mom. Saying like, girl, I got this organization, whatever, we can help you. Basically, she gets to the organization and bitch, they was not feeling her. Be like, girl, this is for mothers who lost their children. Your child is missing.
She's not lost and she's a thought.
Yeah, basically, like, girl, your daughter's a hoe from the dough. So we know what's going on. Why you sitting here, we don't care.
And she may not even be missing. She just may be out there hoeing.
Yeah, basically. And you know, after a couple of getting each other's together, they got up and left. And they like, look, we ain't coming back. And you know, I'm starting to really like Dre's character.
I feel like you're seeing her more. Like
Right.
she's more
and
vocal. Yeah,
right?
she's more
she
vocal.
need to be.
Yeah.
because her and I forgot the mom name, but they was going back and forth, but I was on Dre's side.
Yeah.
I was on her side.
You know what it is? The mom is more. She just wants to find her daughter,
Right.
so she's trying to do whatever it is that she can to find her daughter. But Dre's like, listen, we gotta be realistic. This may not help, the situation, and I don't really want to be in a situation with these women because they ain't even. Their kids are dead.
Right.
We're looking for a missing child. How can they help us?
Yeah, and she's like, but then she also like, so what? Like, we all did some things.
Right.
Like, yeah, she did it, but so what? I would rather, y'all know about it, so what?
And I would rather see a picture with a dick in her mouth than that's what she said.
She said something like that, but yeah. But it's like, it's not kind of like, this what you really want to see.
Right,
but you
just,
because
you want to see what she's into because there may be something that can help you find her. So you want to go through all avenues because if she's out there posting all types of crazy shit, she might be out there selling her body.
Yeah, well, I really think that she was abducted by somebody.
Yeah, I do too. I don't think she's selling her body.
But I don't. They were saying like they don't think she's dead, and I don't think she's dead neither. But that phone being on. Oh, but see we'll get more into that towards the end. So with Kevin, we left off with a cliffhanger. Kevin had a gun to his head and shit.
Right.
He looking for his sister, and I liked in the episode it gave you like a little backstory why he really wouldn't tell. And that time he was eating fucking birth control pills. Like, bitch, you out your fucking mind. Eating birth control pills.
He didn't know it was birth control though.
But I was mad watching that because I read before I start putting shit in my mouth. I meant when stuff like that. You gotta read.
Well, he's
still
a kid.
need to read too.
He's a kid.
Yeah, but still. I've never thought to eat a birth control pill.
But he didn't know what it was.
I've seen them contraceptive
You know what?
things.
You know what reminded me of? He didn't know what that was, just like you didn't know what a panty liner was.
I sure didn't.
Right, he didn't know. He just
Or what
thought it
it
was
was for.
commence.
But I'm not gonna play with a pen like, oh no, you put this on.
No. Well, I don't think they make him do something. Yes, they do. Listen, I don't know what's going on.
Listen. But yeah, Kevin, he tried it. So then that's when the mom found out that she was out there fucking, and then they got this argument. She's like, you a fucking snitch.
That's why I know that she's out there fucking.
Yeah, because hard.
Because you got on birth control and you got this finster.
Like,
she doing something.
Yeah, Keisha. And first of all, she was fucking track coach.
Yeah.
So Keisha is out there.
Yeah. And fucking Emmett.
Right. And the
old
Keisha,
first season, she was fucking him and he had to sneak out the house.
Right. And the old Keisha ain't no better because now she done left New York and came to Chicago.
Yeah.
And bitch, now she fucking
now she's gonna cook. Wait, which one you talking about? Right?
Yeah. Fucking your man.
Oh yeah, oh my! Oh, I think you talking about the little Keisha's now. What you talking about?
Cause they little interaction last week, I was like,
I'm sitting there watching it like that.
Waiting for him to get there.
And I think Lena plays with me. I'm sitting there like, is this for real? Now you got that one and Luke on it?
Right.
Where's it going? Oh, you really playing with me, huh?
And Luke last week, not Luke, what's his name on the show?
No, it's not Reg, it's Trey or something like that? No. I don't know.
I can't remember. But so Luke James' character and his girlfriend, we seen a little bit more action from them. And she was like, bitch, I am the occasion. I remember that line from last week. And then they ended up going out, and then they went to the gay bar, and that's when we find out about the female character is a transgender woman.
Right.
And Luke like, bitch, I ain't gay. He was about to beat up one of the people. And she like, oh no, we not doing this. And she had him apologize.
Right.
And then they had their little argument outside of the bar. And I said, okay, the Shy is going there, and I don't like this. Because, again, this is not something that you see on TV with a black man who is appears straight acting, is dating a transgender woman, and you having it on a TV show. Like, come on, where you seeing that at?
Right.
So, anyway, I just love that interaction that they finally had that on TV, and now we all know the T. And surprisingly, I haven't seen like nobody come at Luke or anything like that.
Now, can I just say that since we're talking about this?
Right.
The actor Reg, who was shot last season, who plays Luke's brother, and you know he was shot last season, and he had to come out the other day to make something very clear. There was a post that went around on Facebook and then Instagram that said that the actor who played Reg, he's no longer on the shy because he refused to be in a sexual scene with a transgender woman. So at first, because you know, I'm like, well, let me just make sure this is not true. So I hit up the horses, you know, the horse. I went to the horse's, I went to the source, and the source said absolutely not. That is not true. And then Reg, because I've been following him on Instagram, and I'm saying Reg, but that's a really nice name. But
it's Patrick Spit or Bart,
yeah, something Bart. But Bart, whatever his last name is, Bart made it very clear that that's not true. Not only did I not leave the show because of a transgender, I have love for the gay community. I have love for transgenders. And stop listening to people who make up lies. And I'm just like, why would, and it just was floating all around, And I said, oh my God, somebody really took the time to make this fake post. And I said, and then he got to come out there and defend himself, because accusations like that, you will have a whole community, the LGBTQ community, coming after you.
Yeah, and they can take future jobs. And
that can take future jobs, right. He could lose his job. See, people don't even understand people think that they are being so woke by posting stuff like that, but the in hindsight, it could hurt him. Because if you put out there that he doesn't want to work with a transgender because you think that, oh, he left because he don't want to work with a transgender, if you put that out there, the wrong people will see that, and then he can lose jobs in Hollywood. And it was floating all over, and every time I saw it, I had to write a comment on each post like, this is not true. Go to this man's page before people are, and the people in the comments just like, oh yeah, because I wouldn't do it either. Hollywood is just so, and I'm just like, but this isn't true. It's so unfortunate, but I'm glad he came out and said, no, this ain't true. That's, you know.
It's not true.
It's not true. And like I said, I had to go to the source because I said, listen, I want to make sure that, because it was early on when I first saw it, I said, I want to make sure that I get the, and the source said, no, this is not true at all. Just, no.
Yeah. So it's not true. And on this week's episode, we see Luke and his girlfriend, they go to where they think Keisha's at, because Kevin asked, well, I can't remember his name with the lips.
That girl called him Ashley in that home.
Yeah, she did. I said, oh,
I threw it right at you. I said, oh, look at Kevin.
So look, so they go to the house where they had the guy pull the gun pulled out. And they go through there, pull the gun out on them, go up in there, and this is basically a sex house. You know, fucking going on everywhere. Yeah.
When I was a kid, they used to call them, the older folks used to call them kind of houses, whorehouses.
Yeah.
They call them, back in the day, they were called brothels.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up in North Philly, the older church women called them whorehouses.
Yeah.
Stay out of them.
Yeah. Okay? And I was telling Mikkel when
you had to worry about me being in that type of whorehouse.
When we left the Met, I said, Mikkel, you know that's a whorehouse right there, a hotel.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I'm trying to figure out how he knew.
Because I didn't have, no, someone tried, I was like,
tried to bring you in there.
I said, oh no. And then you got the halfway house down the street.
So the cops come and raid that and think that you stole the halfway house.
There's no need to raid it, because I mean, you know what's going on. You paying for a couple hours, but I would never.
Yes,
never.
Yeah.
Bitch, if we're not going downtown to the hotel, I would never go in that thing. Who knows? You can get anything up in there. Like, bitch, no, never. But yeah, I'm trying to do some shit. But I'm just telling you,
that's what it is. They thought to ask you to come to there. They thought that highly of you.
Not highly of me, but when they're trying to get a nut, they'll do anything.
That they would pay for that.
Bitch.
You don't talk to that person no more, do you?
I never talk to them.
Oh.
How they be like, well, let's do something.
No, I don't mean talk to them like dating talk. I mean like have conversations. Do you still communicate with them now?
No, for what? But first of all, when you told me that that's where you was trying to go, no. I'm a whole type of bitch.
Oh,
if we
you couldn't see yourself staying overnight there.
Would you?
I never.
Did you see it outside?
It was a regular, looked like a little small hotel. It didn't look horrid because there wasn't nobody standing out there. I didn't know it was a warehouse until you said it. I thought it was like a. You know what I thought it was? I thought it was like one of those cheap hotels, like a cheap rundown hotel. Now, of course, we know a lot of cheap rundown hotels. That's what they do. But it didn't give me that right there.
Let me ask you this. When you think of Days Inn on Roosevelt Boulevard,
I don't have to think. I already know what that is.
Okay.
That hotel's been raided numerous times. That's where a lot of these guys take trans women. That's where a lot of guys take girls. Sex trafficking has a lot. And I'm surprised that they haven't shut that Days Inn down.
Right. I don't understand why it has.
And the Roosevelt Inn. Too.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right on the other side.
Yeah. All them places need to be shut down. Anything that says Inn.
Yeah.
Days Inn, Roosevelt Inn, Kevin's Inn.
Wait a minute. You're.
All the inns. Holiday Inn. No, not Holiday Inn, because that's a little upscale.
Yeah, I like Holiday Inn.
Yeah, they're a little upscale.
Yeah.
They're not tolerating that.
No.
You're not bringing nobody in there.
I mean, you
can, but it's not a normal, because they rates are a little higher.
Yeah. I don't know why every time we talk about the shop, we always get off track.
But I mean, because we were talking about that house.
And I mean, they were fucking.
They were in there.
And
there was one scene in Dominatrix when the guy was smacked.
Who? Oh, yeah. But wait a minute, why she hit the guy? Because he was fucking her or something?
Yeah, I didn't
You gotta be focused.
Yeah.
I forgot, I don't know what was.
First of all, you shouldn't even be opening doors like that. If you see people fucking, they ain't
Oh, no, but she, you know. But she knows what's going on.
I'm trying to understand.
I've never been in a house like that.
You know she knows what's going on. I was trying to figure out if she was having flashbacks.
No. Oh, I think she probably messed with that guy before. That's why.
What guy? The one that was fucking?
Yes. Because that's why she hit him with a gun or something.
No, I thought she hit him with a gun because I guess she probably thought he was being abusive to that girl. Because they never even showed that guy's face.
Oh, I thought she knew who he was.
Oh, maybe she did know who he was.
And that's what she like.
Then maybe she used to be up in there.
No, I don't think she was up in there. I mean, but she. Anyway, she ain't trying to stay up in Chicago too long. And Luke trying to get his little brother to come with him, and he's like, I don't know.
Let me tell you something. Whatever city she goes to,
warming up.
Whatever city she goes to, there's a whorehouse.
Yes, I mean it's one everywhere.
It's one on almost every corner.
Yeah, I don't know about every corner, but yeah, they're everywhere. So we gotta let's get to Ronnie. So Ronnie is being offered pussy by
yes, yes.
And I mean,
I wouldn't even think that get no homeless man. Yes, there ain't enough showers in the world. You can steam clean them.
I mean, she just like, baby, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna do this, and he said, ain't nothing worse than pity pussy.
Yes,
I never heard that before in my life. You ever heard of pity dick?
Pity pussy.
Pity pussy.
Pussy.
I never heard of it.
Pretty big.
I've never heard of this in my life. And he left her right there, child.
Child, she is trying to get that. She said, I know you're homeless.
She must have heard he got something going on.
Yeah, she said, because I know you're homeless. And I'm thinking like, well, girl.
You know everything.
You know everything.
She ain't offer give him a bath.
She ain't offer give him
food, nothing.
No bath, no shower. All she wants is dick.
Yes, she is nasty.
I want that homeless dick.
So Ronnie,
she told him, I know you. He said, yeah, I just my situation. She said, I know you homeless.
Yeah.
What? And you still don't say girl. Now that's desperate.
So what's
have you ever seen a homeless guy you want to sleep with?
No. No. I don't even know where to go with that because I can't even laugh at that. Like, no.
You ever seen a guy that you want to shower, like give him a shower again?
Oh yeah, because you see that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, what you give him a shower? Because
you know what? I think that's how she's looking at Ronnie. If you give him a shower and shape him up,
I think she heard some stories about Ronnie. That's why she knew Ronnie. Cause she the only one in Chicago that want to give Ronnie the time of day.
Okay.
Ain't nobody else fucking with Ronnie. That bitch, what you doing here? She said, if I find a jail, anything to do.
You know what?
I'm gonna shoot you.
When Ronnie get that brown lick up in him, he's like a stallion.
He walked like he got a big.
I don't know how he walks, cause I don't pay attention to all his men.
He got a long name. It could be
Ronnie. Yeah, that was quite long.
I was talking about his real name, but. I
I
don't know, but see, I don't look at
Wait, what we talking about?
I'm just
talking about the actor or the character?
The actor. Okay, so
I was
let's
about Bill Cosby or Clint Eastwood.
Bitch,
You got to separate the two.
I would rather, I would not rather. This drink done hit me. Wait, and I gotta edit this shit. I gotta be on my P's and Q's. Hold on. No, but see, I could definitely watch Cliff Huxtable anytime and not think of, oh my God, Bill Cosby did all that
But that's
stuff.
what I'm saying. Who you talking about with Ronnie? You talking about the actor or Ronnie? Who look like they got a big one? The actor or Ronnie?
Both of them. Both of them. She's like, you ain't no war hero. His grandma got him together. But she's the dementia.
That ass whooping caused her to get dementia. Oh my God.
Now you know what? That might have, I think that might be Alzheimer's. Cause
Alzheimer's is the later stage of dementia.
Yeah, cause when you have Alzheimer's, you don't remember the people that you know. Dementia is just like you can't remember like certain times or what day and stuff like that.
Well, dementia is somewhat, you're right, but it can be also too, you can remember, you may remember people that you know, but you may remember them in a different way. Different way. Like for instance, prime example, my pastor's mother, she had the dementia. And in her later stages of it, I remember at church, before she went to the nursing home, when she used to come to church and we'd be sitting talking or whatever, she would associate my pastor as being his father, and would associate his wife as being his father's new wife, because they had separated, her husband had separated, he had remarried. And that's how she would look, and then she would look at one of his sons as him.
Sure.
So it was kind of, you know what I mean? Yeah. And she would always make references to my pastor's wife as if like she was a bad person, because she would look at my pastor as her husband and not her son. You see what I'm saying? So I think that it's like a backwards type of order. It just all depends. But I was always under the impression, or always believed, that Alzheimer's was kind of like how HIV and AIDS is. It's HIV and then the full-blown.
No, I think they're two different things. Cause
well, no, I know it's two different things, but I'm saying, but Alzheimer's I would consider to be worse than
Alzheimer's is definitely worse. Because dementia, you can't remember like things you want to say, or you want to say and you just can't remember. But Alzheimer's is just like, bitch,
they don't.
I don't know you. Who are you? You ain't my daughter. Yeah. And then you might get a window where they might remember you a little bit. That's why I look at them so different. Yeah. And so that's what I'm saying. I know my mom didn't have Alzheimer's. She definitely had dementia. And she knew who you was. She still knew how to curse you the fuck out and all of that. But I was happy to see that Ronnie's grandmother
was still here.
Yeah, that she's still around in the show. But she got him together. You ain't no boy hero. But Ronnie, he's definitely going to help find Keisha's kidnapper. Because that white man that was walking off towards the end, he might have something to do with it. But something just wasn't right when they was doing the petition. And I still didn't like how they did Kevin and them parents. You know, Kevin and Keisha's parents with, oh, well, she was a hoe. So what? Yeah. It don't matter what she was. Yeah. Does that stop us from
helping them find their daughter?
Yeah,
right.
Find where she at. And they was like, well, bitch, wasn't your child out there doing
shooting up places before he got killed?
Right.
Oh, it ain't about my son.
He died by the gun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's a lot going on. And I love the Big Papa dad was helping Ronnie. Like, yeah, you see where Big Papa get his
kind-hearted nature and his
character, his energy.
Yes, he gets it from his father, and I love how because I don't remember them really focusing on his parents or his dad like that, you know, in the past. But I love that they did that, and I love that when Ronnie first came to the house after he got jumped, and Papa was like, you know who that is? That's the guy who killed Kevin. You know, what's that? And he said, but this is a child of God. Like he had to remind him, like, listen. And it's so funny that he said that because yesterday, when my pastor was preaching during his sermon, he was talking about the great feast, and he was talking about how everybody will be there. All different types of people. If you're a believer of Christ and you live, you saved or whatever, and he was just breaking it down. Everybody, and that's why we shouldn't judge people, because you never know, the people that you may think may not get into heaven may just be there. And those that you thought would have been there may not have been there because of something that Christ knew or saw in them that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you might think you'd be
right,
there.
Exactly. So it's like, I love that Papa's father reminded him, like, listen, that's still a child of, you don't do that.
I'm trying to think now, is Ronnie gonna convert back to Christianity?
But I like when he told Ronnie too, I don't convert nobody. That's what you do in Christ. I'm just a tour guide.
Right.
I'm not I don't convert people. That ain't my job.
Because I'm kind of like worried. Okay, because I know Common's character hasn't been on there.
Yeah, and I was and I wanted to text and find out what happened to him, but I said, you know what, just keep watching.
Just keep watching. Yeah. Because I'm enjoying this. I want to see where this all leads to. And what's his name? Why I can't remember his name? Jacob Lattimore's character. Emmett. His girlfriend, the girlfriend irks the fuck out of me. She's draining. Like in real life, like if that was
that's because you can't separate the two.
Yeah, I guess
you look at the character and the actors.
I'd be like, listen, she irking, and y'all in this house.
She's an irking baby mom.
Yeah, like real irking. But she did have a point. But she's like telling the mom, like, girl, you keep much.
Yeah, and this is why you baby him too much.
Oh yeah, because
and when she said that, I said, "Oh, you telling that in her house?"
Yeah, well, you ain't got nowhere else to go. But y'all ain't nowhere else to go. But y'all knew y'all was going there anyway, and y'all ain't had no plan, no nothing. Like y'all doing too much. And young people, y'all need to get that shit together. Everybody need to get it together. But I enjoy watching everybody's journey, and it's interesting seeing how everybody's path is slowly coming together. Like they're all intertwined in some type of way, and we're still not even finished yet.
Right.
Like I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. But I'm hooked for these past 3 episodes, and let me tell you all something else I watched. Cause I signed up for BET Plus for the little 1 week free, and then what? $10 afterwards. That's Chase.
Chase.
There's a show.
Open the door, Chase. Come here.
There's a show called The First Wives Club with Jill Scott.
What's the matter?
Oh, he don't want to come in. That's all right. That's all right.
Oh, is he naked?
Yeah. Oh, he can't come on camera.
Don't
Get my chair.
Boy, that's why he said no. Good job, Chase. Good job. He knows better.
So,
Charlie.
Yeah. I don't think she can. So she can. The First Wives Club on BET Plus.
That's an old show. Yeah.
I think it's based on the movie.
The detective, right? No, it's something the detective.
No. That's the number 1 daily detective. Now that I did watch last week. Let me tell you, anything with Jill Scott in it's gonna be good. Jill Scott is in the show called The First Wives Club on BET Plus, and I'm only on 2 episodes in, and I'm already hooked because I just love Jill Scott's acting, and she's giving me kind of like the role that she played in Why Did I Get Married, where the husband leave her for somebody younger and cuter, and guess who's playing this role? Malik Yoba. No, I shouldn't say it like that, but see, I wasn't thinking about the transgender thing. I was thinking of it more from.
Wasn't he in Why Did I Get Married?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was thinking of more from Why Did I Get Married.
That's what I thought of.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're talking about because
no.
Okay. So
Let me tell you something. Malik Yoba, I love the fact that he came out and said yes. Every now and then I like to, And guess what,
Somebody
Malik?
like you would try him.
Yeah, somebody like you would try a dog in heat.
You're trying.
But listen, Malik is living in his truth. So go right on ahead, Malik. Him and Bobby Valentino, even though Bobby Valentino has not come out and said it, but you've been cool. You've allowed them to catch you so many times.
You
Bobby.
just slowed me down. I don't give a fuck about all that shit. Bobby Valentino.
Slow you down and take you where?
He can't take me where he take him other
Yeah,
places.
because, yeah.
But
You bring him here?
I'll clean him up.
You bring him here?
No, not the North Philly.
Clean him up. Ain't he dirty? Oh, and
You know who
sleep
we
on.
been with
Oh,
them.
yeah, that's right.
I like Bobby Valentino. I don't care. And you know what? Girls still don't care because he still be
Yeah,
on tours.
and they still be screaming. Those girls don't care. Well, I mean, they still be with their baby daddy.
Yeah.
Screaming his thing. And then they take the girl's car and go driving looking for a transgender. So it don't matter.
Bobby. Listen, I be mad sometimes because that's all they do. I'm like, oh, come on now. What about the L and the G and the B?
The hell?
What about the G?
Oh.
You want fuck more all the letters. No, but I don't know if that's. He never
But you know a lot of those men.
lot of them, yeah.
Boy, they always say,
Right. But you can say that they.
right.
You can say they like trans women because in their mind they're women, and
Yeah.
that's why they don't mess with gays. And it's true for a lot of them, and they be like, no. But what I don't get is why we have a lot of transgender women being killed, and I'm seeing it.
But I just
Way too
understand.
much. It's
But
just
it is.
ridiculous.
But I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of they're being killed, unfortunately, because a lot of these men
Feel
are.
guilty.
They feel. I don't know if it's guilt, but they are afraid that
Somebody,
what it is that they are attracted to will come out into the light, and they don't want that. You know what I mean? A lot of them are really nervous and scared. That's why a lot of them go through great measures to even contact a lot of these transgender women, because they don't want no footprint of it being them that contacted
Right.
you to set up a meeting with you.
But just imagine we live in a world where it didn't matter who you sleep with.
Right.
Like, yeah, let me tell you, I sleep with, and guess what? Ain't nobody paying my motherfucking bills. And nobody ain't paying their bills neither.
Right.
But some people just feel like they would be, let down. They would let down people they know, or they would be embarrassed and they couldn't live with that. My life is totally different from a lot of other people. That's why I came out so young. I was 16. I was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And if you don't like it, that's on you. But as for me and who I want to do what I want to do with, that's what I did. And that's what I still do. And I'm 35. I'm going to say 36. I'm 35. I'll be 36. But I do me, man.
Right.
I do me. That's the best thing for me because if I live my life based on what everybody else think, I wouldn't have a life and I probably would be crazy as fuck. Because I can't do this and I can't go here because they might say this and they might say that. Fuck that. I live with 16 different personalities and in this
16
house.
people don't live in this house.
It used to be like that. It's all these people I grew up with. It was always somebody staying here. It was always more than one person staying here. Go ahead, count everybody. And then count all the people that used to stay in the basement.
Barb, Mr. Keith, you, Sam, Charlie,
Jeremiah,
Amber,
Tibby, Madison,
Nina.
whoever else might have been staying in here.
No, I think 20.
Dom,
20.
because it was another neighbor that used to stay in here. It was a bunch of people.
Darren. That was about 7.
Yeah. He had his own personality.
I said, y'all sleep at night like that?
Yeah.
Crazy. Why?
And then they had the nerve to still sleep with that. Like, I'm about to say, damn you.
No, I did not. Okay. No.
This is one of my favorite videos this year. Yeah, and we had 5 things.
We had 5 things. That's right. But we about to be done.
But, and we only went through 4. Let me tell y'all, this sports and the Rona, every season, whatever they thought was going to happen, just cancel it. It's too much going on. Y'all in the hot spot right now.
Right.
Hot spot. And y'all never know what might happen. The mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms, who was dating a top, married to a top, she tested positive today.
She said with no symptoms. She tweeted no symptoms, nothing.
Yep, and she said it came to my house today. I mean, let me tell you something. I never thought that would happen to this house. It's definitely something that it's crazy. I don't want to get, because I'm not going to get emotional. I'm not emotional, but I'm going to tell y'all, when you hear about the numbers, right, because there's 12 million people in Pennsylvania who live here. 12 million people who live in the state of Pennsylvania. And you got about maybe, what, 27,000? No, I think we had more than that. You had like 30,000 cases here in our state. And you'd be like, bitch, like how? Like how you find me? That's how, you know, like it's just crazy. Like, I don't let that consume me a lot, but I just be thinking. But I think about how when I couldn't smell or taste, and I had headaches, and I was sweating, and it was just crazy. I was tired. This is when I learned I could just sleep at this desk, and I never slept at this desk. I could sit in like and go to sleep. I did it last night too. Drool everywhere. Oh my God. But it was just like, it's just, I know, I shouldn't say it, but yeah, it was just a crazy time. And to see like different people have their symptoms, it was just crazy. It was crazy. So like, I'd be like, people, put a mask on. Please, put a mask on and stop going out.
Well, I can't wait till my mask comes. You said you ordered it.
Yeah, I sure did. And it's going to fit your face.
How you know?
It's going to fit. One size fits all.
You know, because my beard, remember that thing I had the other day? And it was, first of all.
Yes, I didn't even like that.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It was so tight and it didn't even come around. I said, I don't like this.
Yeah, but I mean, I think your hair played a factor in that.
I think so too, because it just was like, it wouldn't, and I was like, I don't like this. I don't like the fact that when I wear my mask with my beard, it's just like annoying. Like it's just really annoying. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And then I don't like the way Well, I wear the mask because I'm overnight and there's not a lot of traffic in the hospital. I only wear my mask when I'm upstairs on the floors, on the patient floors. But when I go down in my area when it's just me, you know, watching my stuff, I don't wear mask because there's nobody else down there with me. But when I'm on the floors, I'll put the mask on. But I'm just like, yeah, this is annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's a hindrance, but we have to do what we have to do because we want to save lives.
Right.
And I'm telling y'all, you never want to be in my position and say goodbye to your loved one because somebody else was being. I don't want to blame nobody, but somebody else was out there probably doing them. And it probably, I ain't gonna get it, you know, like, it's just crazy. But everybody, we have to be careful. Right. And as much as I want to go on vacation and I just want to just dip it and do me and all that, we are in the middle of a pandemic. And when you go to them southern states and you just see how bad it's just going across because, you know, everybody is thinking of it from like, Republican or a Democrat. So if you're a Republican, you don't wear masks. If you're a Democrat, if you wear a mask. What about I wear a mask because I want to save my life and my children's lives and my aunt and my uncle and my grandma and my great grandma? Like y'all got to think like that and stop letting everything be so damn political. This guy right here, he just died. He was a Broadway actor. Passed away from the virus and he lost a limb. Like, it's crazy out here, people. Please be careful. Please be careful. I was one of the people that thought, yeah, that ain't gonna happen to me, child. But see, I didn't go. I wasn't going out there. It hadn't to find me. Where the fuck was I going? I was telling my friends no. I told Nunu no. I'm not going to where you are because it's a virus out here, and I don't want to be going out there and bring that back home. I didn't go nowhere.
Right.
Shit found me. It's horrible. But I just want y'all to know. If I gotta remind y'all this all the time, I will. But I just want y'all to be safe, man. I don't ever want y'all to have to say goodbye to somebody before it's you know, it shouldn't be that time. But you know, guys are playing for everybody. You know, and maybe it was on God's time, but still, it shouldn't be that way where people getting things unnecessarily.
Right.
So Mikel and I are gonna go. We will see you guys later this week. We will see you guys with the podcast. Everybody out here, be safe. It's the summertime. I know you want to get out there and do your thing. But do your thing and be safe. Shit. Be safe. Alright. I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye, everybody.
Peace. I hope y'all enjoyed this video today.
Bye, everybody.
I'm gonna cut. Ain't that my old shirt?
Yes, it is.